Okay, so in today's video about JasmyCoin, I want to check out this move down and especially the current bounce back right in here and tell you what is going on overall in this region. And spoiler alert, I'm actually seeing some very bullish signs in here. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And before we talk about what is happening in this area, let's zoom out a bit more and establish a common ground. Let's compare first this move down starting from the highest side to about the recent price action to this move on the upside. Let's just do this. Okay, how long is this move down taking us? About, let's say, 240 candlesticks. On the other hand, in about the same period of time, maybe even a bit less, we had this huge move on the upside. So what's the message? When you compare this move down to this move up timing wise, you realize there's a very good chance that bears in this phase are failing to pull the price all the way back down here, and bulls may have the upper hand, which suggests that this is going to be just a simple corrective movement and after it's over, or maybe it's over already. We're going to check out the short-term price action in today's video. We are going to have another phase of the bull run, which in it we are going to at least take the highest side in here about 6 cents. But here's the thing, I don't think that we are going to stop there. No, I believe we are going to go quite a bit more higher than that. So this is in terms of what might happen in the next couple of months. Understood? Okay, now let's zoom in more and see what is happening. So if you remember, the last time that we talked about Jasmy, I believe we were somewhere around these areas, and I was saying, well, okay, this can be, in terms of classic patterns, a triangular structure, and if we get a break of the lower line, then okay, at that point, we can expect JasmyCoin to continue this move on the downside in order to, you know what, take the lowest low down here about, let's say, 2.8 cents. And when we were somewhere around here, I remember some people were saying, well, okay, just because in this move we have taken this low doesn't mean that right now we should be 100% bearish. And I told you, I agree with you. But because in this move we took this low, I was saying, you know what, my primary case at least is not going to be the bullish scenario as long as we're not taking the lowest low down here. And as you can see, now we have taken the lows, and right here we are seeing a decent bounce back. So here's a very important point, and I need you to pay full attention to what I'm about to say. In JasmyCoin, in my opinion, because we have taken this low, we do not have any unfinished business down here, and we can actually start the next phase of the bull run. Now, in terms of Elios waves, if you want to argue that the bottom is in, then okay, you must be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure up. And do we have something like this or not? So far, I would say no. That's why I want to argue, sure, we do not have any unfinished business around here, and our move down might be over. However, I believe it's best to wait a bit more and see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and at that point I'm gonna be able to be bullish with quite a bit more confidence. Now, here's a very important point. In here we are seeing some very bullish signs. First, in terms of classic TA, meaning supports and resistances, we are around this very important broken resistance area, which is now going to act as a support. And as long as we are above it, I would say we do not have anything to be worried about, and we can get our bounce back starting from the current point. Second, in terms of indicators, let's go on daily time frame, zoom in more. Okay, so in a stock RSI, we are somewhere around the oversold region, and here's the key, we are starting to get a buy signal. Now, this thing is not confirmed yet at the moment. We need to wait until the current daily candle closes, and at that point, if we are still going to have this thing, fair enough, that is going to be a very bullish sign. But I would argue, if you want to be bullish with a bit more confidence, first you need to wait a bit more and see an impulse in this region, and also see a buy signal in MACD. Now, let's go on H4 time frame and see what is happening. Let's zoom out more. Okay, so let's actually hide a stock RSI. What do we see between these two lows? This is a low, the other one on the live chart is a lower low. However, in MACD, we are having a low, the other one is a higher low. So basically in this region in H4 time frame, we are having a solid bullish divergence, suggesting that the bottom can potentially be in. Now, this gets much more interesting when you zoom in more and realize that even between these two lows in like very short time in JasmyCoin right in here, we are having also a bullish divergence. So again, it seems like that this last phase on the downside didn't really have a whole lot of power. And that's a very important sign indicating potentially this is our last move down and we can actually get a solid move on the upside. So you see, in terms of indicators, we are definitely seeing some bullish signs. And in terms of classic TA, I told you, as long as we are above this region, we just do not have anything to be worried about. And in terms of Elliott waves also, overall, we are 1000% bullish, and I'm having a very hard time believing that our bull run in JasmyCoin is over and we will never ever get a big move up in order to take the highest side in this region, about 5.9, let's say 6 cents area. According to my primary scenario, this whole move down is going to be just a correction, and after it's over, we are going to get a magnificent move on the upside. And here is my final point. Let's just go around here. You see, in a downtrend, you are going to have a series of lower highs and lower lows. And here's a question. When can we say that this downtrend is over? When we get a move up, and in that move, we manage to take the previous major pivot high. Understood? Okay, now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So I told you, if you want to be bullish with a bit more confidence, let's wait a bit more and see an impulse out of this region. And now I'm telling you, if during this move on the upside, we manage to take the previous major pivot high, which is going to be right in here about, let's say 4.1 cents, at that point, we are going to argue with a hell of a lot of more confidence that the bottom is in and our correction is basically over, and this is the beginning of something huge. And we can have after that, okay, maybe like a corrective movement on the downside in order to have a beautiful bullish setup. And if you are a regular viewer, you know it. At that point, I'm gonna say it, this is 1, this is 2, and we can expect a big move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and the majority of the bull run is going to be probably, I would say, in this phase into our wave 3. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In the previous videos in JasmyCoin, I was saying as long as we're not taking the lowest low in here, I'm not really going to be able to be bullish with quite a bit of confidence, even if we get a big move up. However, as you can see, now we have taken the lows, and I'm going to say it, we just do not have now any unfinished business around here, and we can comfortably get a very solid bounce back in form of a 5-wave impulsive structure, which is going to make me say the bottom is in and the next major phase of the bull run has probably started. So let's wait a bit more, see what is going to happen in this move on the upside, and if we get some beautiful structure out of this area, fair enough. At that point, we are going to call this thing right in here our final bottom very comfortably. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in JasmyCoin's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.